Hey everybody, welcome to Matt Men, your source for all things professional wrestling. I'm Adrian Zare, and I'm joined by the Motorhead himself, Rich Timberlake.
That's right. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I had a good one today.
Oh, yeah?
I was going to do Meat Men.
Okay.
And this was going to be a show all about cured meats.
Yes.
I'm Andrew Mortadella.
Ooh, I
I'm
like
joined by Rich Spicy Supersod.
Ooh, I like that.
I couldn't put the words together, though, when I was doing the intro.
It's okay.
It was a little rough.
It's a tongue twister.
It is a tongue twister. A Mortadella.
Mortadella, Andrew Mortadella.
Yo, we had Saturday was a fun party.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Coco and I, Cocoa Butter Experience, we are the godfathers of Andrew's beautiful children. And they were nice enough to throw us a July Godfather party.
It was also your birthday in July.
And Coco's as well.
Yeah. And we had a Godfather party. It was a blast.
Oh, I got nice and toasted. It was great.
Yeah, we had certain people here. We cannot mention some of them.
That's right.
Very important.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. They're dead.
They're dead Saturday, really.
And then we had the Cuckoo Bird here too.
Oh, I love the Cuckoo Bird.
And she was climbing on the garage. At one point, okay, there was a rice ball. We had a food fight essentially.
Yes, we ran out. Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
We ran out of beer.
Yeah.
I ran into the kitchen.
And everybody went nuts.
We're out of beer. Can I throw a rice ball at you?
And we started throwing rice balls at this woman on my roof. And she kept catching them with her mouth.
Yeah.
And she was eating them.
Doing
And
a good
then
job.
My entire backyard was destroyed. There was food everywhere.
I know. Covered in rice balls.
We're 40-year-old men.
Yeah. It was great, though. Okay. A little explanation. She climbed on that roof on purpose. We didn't chase her up there. It wasn't like...
No. She was chased up there.
We were like the villagers.
Yeah.
Just turned on each other immediately.
That poor girl. She's still on my roof.
I missed the latter half. I got out of there at like 7:38. I got out of there at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then it went on for another couple hours.
It started... Well... It started at like noon.
Yeah.
And it went on to like 10:30.
Yeah.
It was a long day.
Long day.
It was fun.
It was wonderful, wonderful long day.
Our buddy Kyle, he was, at one point, everybody was chopping and punching.
In case everybody's wondering, they did call me.
We did call MG. We did give him the finger.
We FaceTimed and we gave him the finger, yeah.
Yeah, it was a fantastic, fantastic party. And then we're doing it again next week for Freddie.
I'm excited about that. We were all chopping each other, and I forgot about the chops. And the next day, I managed to wake up early. I got an awesome workout in, and I'm taking a shower, and I'm like, oh, my chest is bruised. What's up with that? Did you hear about Coco's experience?
No, what happened to
Coco
him?
made the mistake. Did you see what we were drinking at the end of the night?
Oh, the Hennessy.
Coco brought a white Hennessy, which is basically scotch.
That's the only one he's allowed to drink, by the way. Not the regular stuff.
Clear Hennessy. It's basically scotch.
Yeah.
And me and him had little sippy cups, and we're just going at it. So the next day, he texts me. He's like, I went to JD's after.
Oh, what a mistake.
He's like, I walked home, I went to JD's, had a drink, and then I woke up in my bed the next day, and I don't remember. I was like, that's a long walk, dude. And he was like, you know what? It is, but I don't remember the walk.
JD's
so
is like the local dive.
JD's is the origin of the coronavirus.
Yeah, that's where it started.
It is like it is the most isolated of the neighborhood.
Now, I got to tell you, like, we are out of our minds. I'm very put together until I'm not, until like I'm around like the boys.
Yeah.
And you know what? My wife, to her credit, she hangs.
Oh yeah. Jen's
She's
the
a
best.
fucking lunatic
That's
too.
the best, yeah.
A lot of fun. It was a blast last week. We posted some photos on my Instagram.
Yes.
I don't think I posted anything on Twitter.
I think you should post that video.
This one? These titties? That one?
That's the one.
Oh, man. That's in the boys chat.
That's the one.
You guys have one, you know,
You're all invited.
for enough money on our Patreon, maybe we'll live stream one of these.
Yeah. Listen, if you want to do $100 super chat and you're in the neighborhood,
Oh, come by.
come on through. That's essentially paying for whatever damages you do.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. Let's talk about some wrestling. Dude, a lot of moving parts here.
Oh my God, dude, it's really nuts. It's been getting nuts. It's ramped up. It's crazy. We got SummerSlam tomorrow. We got SmackDown tonight.
I'm psyched for SummerSlam. What a great show.
Let's start at the top.
Yeah.
One of the things that everybody's talking about this week, a picture emerged of Shane McMahon meeting with Tony Khan at an airport in Texas.
Okay.
The meeting took place on Monday.
I got a story about this.
Please.
Okay. So I was sworn to secrecy that I was actually sworn on my hair that I can't talk about this.
That's
okay. On Tuesday, this happened on Wednesday. This came out Wednesday morning. Tuesday, I got the Iggy, okay, that this was happening. Unfortunately, listen, I'll never ruin anybody's. If somebody tells me, don't say a fucking word, I'm a vault, okay? And I'm looking at I'm like, oh my God. And I'm looking at this photo, and I'm having a whole conversation about it with this person. And at one point, I don't want to say what and at one point he's like, dude, what are you talking about? I'm like, that's obviously Nick Khan. And he's like, dude, it's Shane. And I'm like, no, it's not.
When I saw the picture, I thought the same thing.
I know you did.
And then went like this,
you got to zoom in,
spread it open, and one of those, and I was like, oh, it's Shane.
Is there nobody talking about how am I the only one that thought that was Nick Khan? And I'm like, oh my God, why would Nick and Tony meet? That's insane.
Secret brothers.
I could have sworn one of them spelt it differently.
No,
the Khan. I know, but that's a Mandela effect. I'm going to tell you something. I thought Persian Nick Khan spelt it very differently than Tony.
Really?
Yeah. Persian Khan spelled it very different. I could have sworn to you this was
like Kahn.
I could have sworn to, or you know what? It could have been just dopey people on the internet misspelling it.
That could be it.
That probably was
what it was. People tend to type really, really fast and not pay attention.
Like this, all fingers. Notes. I type with all my fingers at the same time.
See, I don't. Have you seen me text? You've
seen
me text. I text like this.
You text like this? I do this.
No, I text like this, and I type like this. It's true. It's 100% true.
So obviously I'm not gonna say anything, but very interesting stuff. So they met at the airport conference room. Shane has a blue Expo marker in his hand. What were they writing? Is it creative? Is he just drawing penises on a whiteboard?
This is how we introduce the Mean Street Posse into AEW.
Yeah, that's the plan. Very interesting stuff, right? What do you make of this? People were losing their minds over this.
Listen, we've actually talked about this on the show. We've talked about this several times. We're like, I think it would be great. I want to see insanely wacky wrestling stuff. In the last couple of years, who'd have thought we got this bingo card of nutty wrestling shit that we have in front of us? And I think Shane would be one of the icings on the cake. You know, if Shane shows up in Wembley, if Shane shows up like on the Wednesday, you know what? The Wednesday after Wembley.
Sure. Or that. There's so many different variables here, right? And I don't know anything beyond what everybody else knows at this point, right? Bubba, Bully Ray on Busted Open Radio After Dark, gave a statement. McMahon said, Tony and I were connected through a mutual friend, and we had a great meeting. We talked about many things, but mostly about our shared love for the business and the rewards and challenges of working with family. I congratulated him on 5-year anniversary in AEW and looking forward to see how he evolves the business moving forward. What a great statement by McMahon.
Awesome.
He could have very well said, no, it was just like, hi, hello. We never met and we just wanted to meet. But he went into detail here.
Great.
Shane is a very smart guy.
Very.
Okay?
Very.
And outside of his wrestling, forget about that he's a McMahon, right? But outside of that, he is very well liked in business, especially in sports business, in media, very well respected. Everybody likes Shane. I have personal acquaintances that work with Shane on many outside of wrestling,
right?
And always positive. I've never heard a bad thing about that guy. He will have a little bit of that McMahon stink on him,
sure,
but that's not him,
right?
Okay.
Perpetually nice.
As far as I know, I don't know. Who the hell knows? He could be a psychopath. I don't know. I hope not.
Exactly. I mean, listen. At the end of the day, you never know.
You never know. I'm not endorsing anybody for anything.
Exactly.
Ever, okay?
Exactly.
You'll never hear me endorse anybody.
Exactly. We're not saying don't meet your heroes, but listen. At the end of the day, you never know if somebody's just gonna flip that switch and like completely go banookies.
And then you're like, I defended this guy.
Right. Exactly.
Now I gotta apologize.
Ah, crap.
I didn't even do anything.
Isn't that what sucks now?
That is what sucks. Like I like somebody and now I gotta apologize for liking them because they're a shithead.
I'm not gonna apologize for liking anybody, but I will stop. I will stop liking them if they do something heinous.
Sure. What does this mean, if anything? Now the story here about how this photo leaked. Okay.
Yeah.
I was told how the photo leaked.
Was it a purpose leak?
I don't believe the story.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna say how it leaked, but it was a very like slip on a banana peel, take a photo, and then
oops.
Yeah, it's like right place at the right time.
Yeah, okay.
I don't necessarily believe I believe that's what people have heard. I do not believe that's the story.
You know who took that picture?
Oh,
Adam Copeland.
You think it was Adam Copeland?
He's boys with Shane. He's boys. I feel like that would be an awesome reveal.
No, I don't think it was a wrestler that took the photo. Okay. I do feel though it was really good timing for that picture to come. Yeah. Listen, I'm in marketing and I'm a little biased because that's how my brain works.
Yeah.
Like I saw that photo come out. I'm like, ooh, smart move, Tony.
Yes.
You know, like smart move to leak this. I don't know if he did. It could have been. Yes. Sean's report was, I had a little bit more info. I'm sure Sean knows too. I don't want to expose anybody.
Right.
But it was someone that is not connected to Tony or Shane that happened to take the photo and happened to send it to certain people.
Whoops.
Very interesting. Now, what does
fun.
this mean? I think having Shane there
Yeah.
would be... I'm thinking business, marketing, extending a brand, recognizable names.
Yeah.
It's a plus.
It's a plus.
Okay.
From the wrestling side of it too, it is a plus also to have that character on TV if it goes forward. Look how excited we both of us just got talking about this.
Yeah. And I as a fan, I'm excited because it's different and I want to see something different. I'm not going to sit here and say, what is a 50-something-year-old Shane McMahon going to do?
He's going to fight Darby Allin.
He's going to fight Darby Allin. He has to.
Yeah. He
has to fight Darby Allin. That's a bonkers match.
Okada.
Shane and Okada? Yeah, money. I said that. I'm like, is Tony just signing anybody that has a money connection, like in their name? Like, here comes the money. First of all, Naughty by Nature did that song.
Yes.
So he will have that in AEW.
Yes.
If he does something. I don't know. Very cool. Right? 2, he's money. Okada's money. Mercedes is money.
That's your faction. MJF, Shane, Okada,
MJF is
and
money.
Mercedes.
Yeah. I want Shane to come out and be like, you poors.
Oh, it'd be great.
Can you imagine him and MJF having like a pour off because one is from Greenwich and one is from Plainview?
Yeah. Well,
he's like, you think you're rich? I'm from Greenwich.
Exactly. I feel like that would be the upper hand kind of thing. Very interesting.
So many. I told the guys at Press, by the way, they have a Plainview location. I'm like, can you do something with Max?
They should be able to.
You should do something.
Pay him whatever he wants and just fill that place out.
And you will have sandwiches up the wazoo.
Oh, forget it.
You should have an MJF sandwich. Why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
Has a pickle on it.
Yeah.
Because remember, he had the pickles.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah. Smart.
You incorporate a pickle. You could sell his pickles.
Mm-hmm.
Do a knish.
Well, they do good knishes.
They do unbelievable knishes.
Yeah.
There's only one place in New York where you could get those amazing knishes. Half the factory is square knishes. Half the factory is round knishes.
Yep. And they make a knish burger.
Fantastic.
So, real quick, there was a good comment that I don't want to let go. This is from Prophet v. Prophet.
The Prophet?
Hearing about your experiences in New York is like Woody Allen mixed with Porky's.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty true.
I really, that tickles me a little bit. I like that.
There's this YouTube series that I just discovered, okay? It's called It Didn't Age Well. It's a podcast, but they have like 10-minute clips, and one of it, they go through like old movies that don't age well. Like that one, the one where the Soul Man.
Oh, yeah.
Where the rich white kid, his parents cut him off as he's about to go to Harvard.
Yep.
So he has to... Have you guys seen this? Unbelievable that this movie even got made in reality, no matter what era it was.
That movie has not been canceled yet.
This rich white kid gets accepted to Harvard, and his rich parents tell him, oh, we're cutting you off. It's time for you to be a man. So he has to get a scholarship, qualify to get a scholarship. And it just goes from just like him searching to him popping up in blackface.
It was very much at the time of affirmative action and all that stuff.
Okay.
And yeah.
And the whole plot is that he takes these melanin pills and he gets super tan. And everybody thinks he's black. And he wears like a little bit of like a Jerry curl wig. And they are adamant in the beginning of the movie. It's like, you didn't take this from anybody, right? Like, you didn't take this from like an actual black person that could have qualified. And they're like, no. It would have gone to waste. Turns out his love interest would have gotten it.
Right.
And then he comes clean, right?
Who played his love interest?
I don't know, but she was beautiful.
I think okay. Look, because I know her name. Just go for it.
Okay. And at the end, he goes back, and there's no consequences.
No, there's no
consequences. They let him stay.
There is no consequence. Radon Chong.
Radon Chong
was, she was gorgeous. Was his love interest.
Yeah.
What a wacky movie. You know what I think about, too? Also, Short Circuit with Fisher Stevens doing Indian Face.
Yeah.
Wild. What a wild time.
Do you know I get, every time I'm in a car, I get asked if I'm Punjabi?
I can see that.
All the time.
My wife gets that
in
too.
my Ubers. They ask me if I'm Punjabi, and I look like a famous Punjabi actor. I have no idea who that
I can
man
see
is.
that. I can see that.
Yeah. I'm going to start telling them yes.
Yeah.
Tall people. Tall people.
Hang on, I'm looking up. This is.
What do you think he would do? I just go into a random Trump rant?
like a jokey one or like an actual one?
No, that's how I just start speaking to him. I'm like, thank you very much. I'm a beautiful boy.
I don't. You know what? I would like to see that happen. Next time we take an Uber together, I kind of want you to do that.
Okay, I will. Shane McMahon. I don't know. Fast. You welcome it. I welcome it. Right?
I welcome it. It's definitely this guy. Hang on a sec.
Who? You found one.
Oh, I found him.
Let me see.
Hold on. It's that guy.
Oh, what a handsome guy.
100%.
Who's the most famous Punjabi actor? What's his name?
I gotta look. This is guys. This is research.
Listen, Matt Men is wrestling adjacent at this point. Okay, boys and girls, we still break news. We will talk about Tony Khan going to Paris to meet Zaz, but we talk about nothing here sometimes.
This is insane. I got to do more research on this later.
Yeah,
it could be this guy.
I welcome it.
It could be this guy.
That's another handsome guy.
These guys all look like you.
Listen, I welcome it.
You're a racial chameleon.
You know what? I am racially ambiguous. People don't know what I am.
I wouldn't think you were Italian though.
Hey, look at me. I'm Italian. But you know what's funny?
Most of Eastern Europe, I'd be like,
that's funny.
I wouldn't be like, look at this handsome
because
German
I'm like
boy.
30% or 20% Italian.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, on your mom's side, right?
On my mom's side. But they're blonde and blue-eyed.
Yeah.
My mother's very fair-skinned.
Yeah. All right, let's get moving.
All right.
Per Fightful Select, the exclusive negotiating.
I don't welcome it, by the way. Too white for me.
What, the Italians?
My mother.
My mother. Per Fightful Select, the exclusive negotiating window for AEW and WBD has ended. AEW can now listen to offers from other media companies. Great.
Yeah, exclusivity is over. I don't think it means much.
Yeah.
This deal is going to happen. We spoke about this months ago or weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
We brought up that Tony was headed to Paris for the Olympics to meet Zaz. Also other people. It's not just like, hey, come meet me there. They want to get this over with. They want to get it done. A lot of obstacles took place. I've been getting hounded by two fuckheads. It's probably the same guy on social media. He's like, you said this in 2022. Yeah, because that's what I was told.
I don't understand why these people are so obsessed.
I have no control over anything that happens on the corporate side because they don't. People are sick. They're mentally disturbed.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm mayor. I'm rounding them all up.
Oh boy.
Sending them to those farm colonies in Staten Island. Okay. You ever saw Cropsey? Did you see that movie?
Oh my God! Yeah.
That's where I'm putting them all.
Wow.
In the forest.
Wow.
Not in the mental asylum.
What a
that's
reference.
Crazy. That was a great documentary. I don't know. The deal is going to be done. The fact that, we have AEW content on certain Max platforms says a lot. The relationship is very strong. Don't let Twitter
dictate your life.
Dictate your life. Yeah. Don't let X dictate your life. This is not
unless it's DMX.
Like, it's a very complex thing sometimes, these things. And especially if there are mergers happening and acquisitions and financial cuts and consolidating of departments.
Yeah.
It's not an overnight thing. Even if they think it's done, it's not an overnight thing. I do know for a fact that there was an offer in December of 2023.
Yes.
And then they work from there. So it is what it is. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah. Give it time, folks. It's fine.
I don't know. I don't. They're not going anywhere.
No.
Like, that's not happening.
No, not at all.
You're not signing. If Tony had doubts as far as, where he's going to end up in January, because the deal's through January.
Right.
You think they would be spending the money they're spending and locking these people in?
Exactly.
And creating the growth? They
are growing. They are growing.
If you do know that you are going to have some issues with your TV rights, with your whatever, with income coming in, you're not doing the moves that they're making. They're just they're committed to to spearheading whatever they're doing. They're continuing on the path of their plan. So we'll see. It's a matter of time. I don't have a number. I've heard everything that you guys have heard.
Yeah. Side note, I think the actor is Harish Verma.
Oh, yeah. Look at that guy.
That guy looks just like you.
Yeah.
If you kind of squint, you're like, oh, is that Andrew?
Yeah. I could do the dances and everything.
That guy went home and told his family that he met you.
I'm sure. And you will not believe who I was
in
the car with.
And that you played it cool.
I played it again.
And no sold it. All right. In other news, which I don't know why this headline makes me giggle, WWE announces a partnership with Wingstop.
Yeah. It does make me giggle too.
So,
are they like the fourth-rate wing place? What is the wing place? What are the best wing places?
Buffalo Wild Wings is I don't know. I have never eaten at any of these places.
Hooters. Have you ate at Hooters?
Oh, like 20 years ago.
Dude, the wings are good.
I haven't had their wings
Bob
since
loves
college.
Hooters.
Agreed.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Bob loves. We took the kids.
Yeah.
We went to the movies. You could take the kids to Hooters.
Take the kids to Hooters. I feel like Hooters isn't the same as when we were in our 20s.
No. It was wild. The one in Long Island.
That was the one. Yeah. That was mine because I
by
went to school
the bowling alley.
Yeah. So I went to school out there, so that was everybody stopped. Finally, though, me personally, I really hope we get a commercial with Triple H saying, "It's the king of wings," and then you get a little bit of the Motorhead song.
When is the last time that man had wings, you think? Like Finn Balor. When is the last time Finn Balor sat and ate 15 wings?
I think he gets one chicken wing a month.
You think so?
Yeah.
I know the pain that man feels.
Yeah.
And I don't even have his body.
Right.
But I have his dietary restrictions.
Yeah.
And it's terrible.
Well, I remember reading about the Finn Balor thing where he was like, I have 1 pint of Guinness a week.
or a month or whatever it was.
Some interesting thing.
He allows himself 1 beer.
But listen, if you want to look like Finn Balor, that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
And if you have that body type, you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of these guys could just pound beers on, like Flair. Yeah. Flair's a good example. That guy could drink all night. And in his prime, he was still drinking all night, but went to the gym every morning.
That cardio.
Their logo is to be featured on the WWE SummerSlam ring canvas.
Yeah. All right.
Bow down to the king.
Bow down to the king.
The king of wings.
The king of
and
wings.
Triple H. Triple H comes out and he goes like this, and he doesn't spit water out of his mouth.
Just wings are coming out.
Chicken wings. WWE Survivor Series will be in Vancouver at Rogers Arena on November 30th in partnership with Destination Vancouver.
All right. Yeah. So is this when they do it? Are we going to get Bloodline Civil War? You would have to. It's War Games.
I would love it.
This is the moment to do it. I'm excited for that.
Does Roman come back tomorrow? It's tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. MG, is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow, and it's down there. It's one of the questions I have in the SummerSlam part.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
The question is tomorrow SummerSlam? Okay. Does Roman come back?
Yeah, I would say yes.
All right. I'd be very happy about that. I want a spectacle.
I think he has to. I think we've, taken Heyman out of the equation there, has kind of, peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
They're in a valley right now. They're not in the valley, but they're here.
Yeah, they're there.
They're here.
They're going to go whoop like
that. Sharp up.
Roller coaster.
Straight up.
Boom. To the moon.
I want to see Roman come back.
Yes.
I'm curious where they go with this. Very cool stuff.
Absolutely. Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
Is everybody's favorite. Joe Hendry is training at the WWE Performance Center full time. We are in a situation where TNA Wrestling has worked it out with WWE where I can appear on TNA Wrestling as a contracted talent. I can appear on NXT and I can train at the Performance Center full time and do indies and do signings. Wow. This is unprecedented. It's never been done before in the business. So thank you to TNA and WWE for figuring it out. Hendry said on the show. Wow. That is cool, right? Now, it took... just think about the time it took WWE to get to this space, right?
Yeah.
Where you're letting I think Samoa Joe was the first guy they let keep his name, like officially. That wasn't CM Punk
What just happened here?
in that modern.
That was me. My bad.
What is happening? No, my whole camera went black.
In the modern
No,
NXT
we're
roster.
back. That was me.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe, I think, was that first guy to keep his name, sell those shirts, and then they started bringing all the ROH guys in, letting them keep their names, right?
Okay.
But they wouldn't let them work the indies.
No, they wouldn't.
So this is unprecedented.
Yeah, because I think for TNA this is smart because you have someone really hot right now, hot on another show.
New title belt.
For whom?
Interpromotional.
Oh, the Interpromotional Championship?
Interpromotional championship.
Very interesting.
Put it on Joe Hendry, have him defend it on TNA, have him defend it on NXT. That would be cool.
Yeah, they have something with him. I don't like the song. Can I tell you?
Really?
Yeah.
You're the only one.
I'm the only
I
one
don't
know.
mind it.
And I'm okay being wrong. I'm wrong on this.
I don't think you're wrong on it. I get why you don't like it. I like it not because it's catchy, but because the guy wrote it himself.
I like it because he wrote it himself and he got it over with. I don't go nuts over the song.
Does it give you Glorious vibes? Glorious Bobby Roode vibes?
I like that one.
Yeah.
I like the Bobby Roode one. Remember when WWE had good theme songs?
CFO, man. Per WWE, an executive, they have no interest in doing a joint show with AEW. Great.
Okay.
I could have told you that.
I mean, that was pretty.
Yeah.
Why was that even a statement?
One executive said, no chance.
Yeah, I mean, that's the reality. Who was it, Bruce?
Chintz McMartinez.
Yeah.
They hired a new guy. He looks very suspicious looking.
That mustache.
Big mustache.
Well, he did do it. He did have the mustache.
Big sunglasses. Mercedes Moné opens up about her divorce from Sarat Khan. Sorry, all my Filipino brothers out there, that there was a big blow to them.
Big blow to the Filipino population with this divorce, yes.
They've been split up since 2020, but she was uncomfortable breaking the news when it was going to affect storylines.
All right.
She recently signed the papers making it official. All right.
Sad to see, but
it happens.
Whatever.
Jacob Henry, Mark Henry's son, announces he signed with WWE. He's big. He's a big boy.
Is he a big boy?
Yeah, he's a big boy.
I have not seen him. I hope he has all the success. His dad had a very long career. Jacob Henry, let's see him. Oh, he's a big boy.
Yeah.
He was where did he play football?
He announced it last night, actually. Oklahoma. He plays for Oklahoma.
He plays for Oklahoma?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, big guy. Oh, he looks like his dad, too.
Yeah.
Wow, he looks just like his dad.
Do you think they would do a story where he's the hand?
He's the hand?
Oh, God.
Do like a Great Muta thing where like the hand morphs into a man?
Yo, this is a big dude.
He's a big boy, man.
Yeah, look at him. That's a lot of size.
Yeah.
Oklahoma boy, good for him. Yeah, good for him. That's, you know what? Those NILs are pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
That they get these guys young.
Yo, if
Yeah.
WWE was smart, they would go after women's rugby players from the Olympics
Yeah.
They
and
might.
men's volleyball.
Yo, those guys are all jacked. I know.
Gigantic,
I
dude.
know.
Like I was watching Germany versus the States the other day. I think the tallest guy on Germany's team is 6'11".
Wow.
Yeah, like big dudes, right? Big dudes who can move.
My kid's into volleyball. Taylor loves it. She's
Volleyball's
doing
great.
it this year.
Volleyball's great. And the rugby stuff is awesome. Like
Yeah.
that women's rugby, man. Like forget it. Like,
Beating the crap out of each other.
they got to sign a lot. Like some of those ladies, they're like massive. Go ahead.
Wrestling Observer newsletter dropped. And interesting story here. Britt Baker was suspended by AEW following a backstage incident involving Britt Baker, MJF, and Alicia Atout. A tout. Okay. So she allegedly made a comment backstage, and MJF confronted her after his match with Will Ospreay at Dynamite 250. This led to an investigation by HR and the company's disciplinary committee, which resulted in her suspension. Hence the mention of a suspension by Mercedes on Dynamite.
Oh, interesting.
So I will say, okay, this is not a one-off, okay? I don't, one confrontation is not the reason here. And I'll just
Right.
I'm not saying with MJF or Alicia. I'm just saying in general. This is not the first time something has happened like this,
Interesting.
where there's negativity,
Little conflict.
a little conflict.
All right. I mean, it happens, right? We're in a company, you're dealing with all these big personalities.
Listen, you're dealing with a lot of big personalities. You're dealing with a lot of people that were maybe. I'm just this part. What I said before. If you're gonna report it, I will say this isn't the first time there's been issues with Britt.
Okay.
I don't know what they are. I'm not defending anybody. I'm not against anybody.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just saying what I know. I don't know Britt. I'm sure she's lovely.
Yeah.
She's wonderful.
Careful what you say, man. She's going to take those shoes back.
Yo, she's gonna take her shoes back. Yeah. I don't know, but listen, it's you got to think your position really matters. You got to be very protective of it. The most successful people in wrestling in any sport are the ones, or anything, are the ones that are very possessive of how they're being presented.
Got to politic
Right?
a little bit.
Raven has a great quote, and I'm not using this derogatory, this term. If you're not the biggest mark for yourself, then who the hell is?
Okay.
So playing
that's a
yourself
good quote.
off and not caring and not being as, being a little, whatever, in your decision making.
Yeah.
Nobody else is going to look out for you except for yourself. Maybe it's some of that. She wants to be in the position she wants to be in. She's obviously a tremendous talent.
Mm-hmm.
This only adds more to the storyline in a weird way, and I hope that everybody can work it out and get along. It's a very high pressure environment because, yeah, it's a team. You're in one company, but you're protecting yourself.
Yeah,
that's the goal. Whether or not Britt is right in whatever happened, I have no idea.
Mm-hmm. Do you believe in politicking? If you are,
of course,
a pro wrestler.
Yeah, you have to. How do you not? How do you not politic? And there's nothing wrong with politicking to get to what you want. That's just life. That's every accomplishment I have ever made in my career has to do with relationship building, and that's politicking.
Yeah.
And knowing how to talk to certain people and saying the right things to those people. Just how it is.
Now, do you think anything is compared to troubled youth Shawn Michaels in the modern era of wrestling?
No, nothing is compared to troubled youth Shawn Michaels. That was out of control. That's well beyond.
A man so talented that they let him pretty much get away with murder.
Well, and you know what? That says something about having really serious competition, right?
Right.
Because you fear so much that may be the kiss of death to you to let this man go. You let him do all your shenanigans.
Insane
all the shenanigans.
All
that
the
he,
shenanigans.
But there's also another side to it. Him being one of the greatest wrestlers of all time and actually not being, you hear a lot of those stories, but when he was good to people, he was good to people.
Right.
There's also that.
Shawn Michaels.
I don't know. I'm not surprised by the Britt Baker story.
Okay.
And again, I'm not saying it in any negative way towards anybody.
Right,
I don't know. I don't put my opinion out there. I don't have an opinion because I don't know her.
Right.
How
Exactly.
can I have an opinion on her?
Right. Yeah.
I just know what I hear.
That's a good way to put it. You don't know her. You can't have an opinion.
Yeah. I told you about one incident.
Yes.
That was told to me a while ago. And I was like, it made no sense. It came off more like I don't want to do this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Not going to work for me, brother.
Yeah. There's a lot of that. And a lot of people do that now.
Do you want to go into SummerSlam or do you want to do Dynamite and then finish with SummerSlam?
Let's go into SummerSlam.
Okay.
Yeah, because we got
about 25 minutes.
25 minutes.
Get your questions ready. We're going to try to do a real quick Q&A at the end. Get your super chats ready. And get your super chats ready to see Mr. Gonzo dance. Ooh la la. He's like, no. We have the final preview for SummerSlam. SummerSlam tomorrow, August 3rd, 2024, 7:30 p.m. at Cleveland Brown Stadium. Cleveland Brown from the TV show Family Guy.
Yeah, that's the guy, right? Oh, no. You're talking about the actual Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, the actual
okay.
Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
It's Cleveland. Special guest referee Seth Rollins in the CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre match.
They're going to do it. They have to do it. They have to do it. They have to do it.
So, in your eyes,
yes,
Drew is the Undertaker.
Drew is the Undertaker.
CM Punk is Bret Hart.
CM Punk is Bret Hart. He's a Bret Hart.
He's a Bret Hart.
Yeah.
And Seth Rollins?
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
Do you know Lance Storm texted me?
I hate it when we say Shawn Michaels.
He goes, you were really off today, because he sends me notes after Wrestling Observer. I swear to God, and I love it, and I welcome it, and I love Lance. Okay, for that, because it's so Lance.
Yeah. Lance Storm.
I'm outside on Sunday because I record Observer Live in the morning. So
I know.
My afternoons are too much.
I think it's an open
Don't
secret.
tell
Okay.
anyone.
I'm outside. I'm having a drink Sunday, right?
Yeah.
After that, I'm oiled up. I'm laying out.
This is after the hangover.
This is after the hangover that we all suffered from. And I mispronounced everybody's name wrong, apparently. But the biggest problem he had.
Who's Roman Reigns?
I called Lance Archer Lance Storm.
Uh-oh.
Okay. And I said, and I'm like, I spoke about this, and I'm like, Shawn Michaels. He's like, you called him Shawn Michaels.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
you better believe it, buddy.
and I wrote, you better believe it.
Better believe it, bub. Shawn Michaels is canon now on the show.
Okay, so
I'm trying to introduce my other version, which is Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
Which is top half Shawn Michaels, bottom half bicycle.
A bicycle.
Yeah. There's also Michael Jordan.
Michael
Same
Jordan's a
thing.
good one, too.
CM Punk, Drew McIntyre.
Okay.
Quickly tell me what do you see happening?
Is it a super kick that takes him out, or is it a chair? Do you do the spot?
I think you do the spot.
Well,
I think you do a super kick.
I mean, you do this? I think you could do this now.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
You do this?
Do this.
You do this?
Do this.
You do this, and you call the Illuminati? Is that how it happens?
Do this.
Isn't that what they do?
Yeah.
This is their signal, and then the portal opens?
I just DDP signal.
Yeah.
That's how you summon
Dang.
DDP.
Yeah, that's how you summon DDP, dude. You know, if you look in the mirror at night and you go DDP, 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 he just shows up. Boom. Bang.
But it's late 90s DDP.
Yeah, and he wrecks your house.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, dude, that's Beetlejuice. Late 90s DDP was Beetlejuice, right or wrong?
Right.
Same energy.
100%. Same energy would show up. Yeah.
Someone needs to Photoshop late 90s DDP, long hair DDP as Beetlejuice.
As Beetlejuice.
Okay?
Not Beetlejuice from Howard Stern. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice, Michael Keaton, Beetlejuice.
Do you know I had these little statues that I bought of Beetlejuice, and I put them all over my yard, and somehow they're missing?
They
My
were
wife was not
reclaimed.
happy.
They were reclaimed.
The earth reclaimed them. I paid $72 for those stupid little statues.
I gotta find the picture. I got a picture of me meeting DDP at San Diego Comic-Con in 2006 as he was loaded coming out of a restaurant. And I was
Allegedly.
I was like, holy shit. It's DDP. And he was like, come and take a picture, brother. And then it's us doing half of the Diamond Cutter together. I gotta find it. It's one of
so
my
cool.
favorite pictures
That's
on the
so cool.
planet.
That's awesome.
So who wins?
So this is me fantasy booking.
Okay.
They do that spot. They have to. Listen to me. Okay?
Uh-oh.
Listen to me.
Mesmerizing.
You have to. I'm doing this is I get to mesmerize twice a year. Okay? That's the most I could do. I can't mesmerize more. It failed last time. I wanted to summon David Arquette here. COVID happened. Okay?
Yeah.
I screwed up. I fucked it up.
You summoned
I'm
COVID.
sorry. I summoned COVID. It's very dangerous when you do mesmerization.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm doing it now.
I encourage you all to look right
Look
into Andrew's
directly
eyes.
into my eyes. They're gonna do the Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Bret Hart spot. They have to do it. I'm mesmerizing all of you. Look in my eyes. All right.
So who wins?
Oh,
Who takes it?
shit, I did it wrong. I'm so sorry, everyone. I can't even tell you what's gonna happen tomorrow.
I think you just convinced everybody who's watching to invest in bogus penny stocks by accident.
Ping sheets, ping sheets, ping sheets.
I'm going CM Punk, but I think it's a screwy finish and it ends up in a 3-way at the next pay-per-view.
You think okay, but here's the cool part, okay, of this. If Seth screws either one over, it's the same finish.
Yeah.
Because it's the same story of you needed 2 people to beat me and not 1, and now you have a triple threat match.
Okay, here's my ending. Seth takes a big swing at Punk, Punk ducks, hits Drew McIntyre square in the chest. McIntyre turns around right into the GTS. Boom, Punk wins.
No, I think it's going to be he's out cold and Punk's like, or Drew, one of them is like, I don't want to do the pin. What the hell did you do?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes and does a pin and then walks out like annoyed at this. One of them. I don't know how they'll do it. That's how I want this done. It was a great finish. It was very unique at the time. You kind of saw it coming, but you didn't expect it to be exactly like as impactful as it was.
Yeah.
Sean's reaction sold that whole thing because he was so angry at himself for screwing it up and losing control.
Very good. Yeah.
But he really wanted to hit Brett really badly.
Yeah.
Okay? Really wanted to hit Brett.
I think they'll do it.
I hope so. Very good. Very, very interesting. Absolutely love it. It's happening.
The best.
We've done it so much that now it's every part of my speech. I catch myself going, it's like the Borat, my wife. I can't say my wife without saying it. My wife.
It's hard. It's very hard. And
say my wife quick.
My wife. Borat came out in 2009? Something like that?
No. Yeah, really?
Mm-hmm.
What a wacky concept that was.
I was say that movie holds up, and so does the second one.
I love that the fat guy with him,
Azamat,
he's speaking Armenian the whole show.
Yeah.
He's speaking an actual language.
My dad got a kick out of that because I watched it together with him on the second viewing, and he was like, "Oh, that's funny."
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
WWE Intercontinental Championship: Sami Zayn champion versus Braun Breaker. Braun's time.
Yep.
United States Championship: Logan Paul versus LA Knight. LA Knight's time.
Well, after that tweet, I think so.
It's LA Knight's time for sure.
Yeah.
And somebody's gonna go away for a bit. WWE Women's Championship: Bayley versus Nia Jax. By the way, we mentioned this the other day. I do think there may be a changing of the guard with a lot of these titles.
Okay.
Bayley versus Nia Jax. Does Tiffany Stratton cash in whatever the outcome is? I'm gonna say yes.
I'm going to go no, but I don't know.
I'm going to say you get a 2-second win from Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton cashes in on Nia Jax.
Oh, you know what? That's interesting. If Nia, like, Bayley gets hurt, something happens, Nia beats her, wins the title, and here comes Tiffany. Tiffany wins the title.
Boom, Tiffany gets the title off of Nia
Okay,
Jax.
you know what? I'm really into that. I'm into that.
Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. Liv Morgan retains.
Liv retains with something wacky.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of nutty endings to this. This one, I do feel like will be maybe not a straight up match. Damian Priest versus Gunther. If we're going with the changing of the guard, I would say put that belt on Gunther. He's a big heel right now. And Raw needs a big heel.
I love Damian having the title because I'm really biased because I really like him.
Yes.
Okay. However, you have to inject Finn in this. And what a great way. Gunther gets the championship. Finn costs Damian the title.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or almost costs him. Or it's you could do a whatever. You could do something here. I like Gunther. I don't think they've built him as like he's gunning for that title as well as they could have. Because they have so many different parts. But they could still do it. And it would be a nice upset.
So.
Yeah.
Gunther?
I'm going, okay. Yeah, let's go Gunther.
Gunther. Okay.
Yeah.
MG, are you writing all this down?
No. He's warding. He's a third eye raven, dude. Yeah. He's a third eye raven.
I thought
grunts, that's him warding.
I thought he was just the biggest Third Eye Blind fan that we knew.
Can you imagine? He's a Targaryen. Explains a lot.
Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa again. I do feel like there may be a chance that Solo somehow gets this belt off of Cody.
I don't know. I don't think so. I would be shocked.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to do it because the story of this match is Roman.
Yes.
Roman coming back.
What if Roman don't come back?
Well, that would be a mistake in my opinion.
That would be a great way to bring him back and have Raw just completely like the Roman Reigns experience.
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Yeah,
Damn.
SmackDown.
I keep conflating both.
I know.
Cody retains.
Okay. Yeah. Cody retains.
Okay.
Very good card. I mean, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 M's in my bank account. No, that's not the song.
No AJ Styles.
7 matches. No.
I wanted AJ Styles on this card.
No tag matches at all.
No tag matches at all either.
Interesting.
So here are the questions. Does Tiffany cash in? Yes. You're going yes.
Yes.
Does Dom turn on Rhea?
I think that's where they're going.
Not a turn, but maybe cost the match. How does Seth affect CM Punk? We explain that.
Yes.
And will Roman show up? I say yes.
Yes. I think so too.
Let's go into Dynamite quickly, and then we go into...
We got 15 minutes.
We got 15. You know what? You want to do Q&A?
Yeah, let's do Q&A. Let's do quick highlights for Dynamite.
Yeah.
And then we'll do Q&A. Guys, get your questions ready. If you got a super chat,
Yeah.
super chat it, and we'll answer your question ahead of time. But fill up the questions in the chat. We'll try to get to each and every one of you before we have to get out of here. So the build for Wembley is happening. You're going to get Ospreay versus MJF.
Great.
Ospreay's been cutting great promos.
I like this feud.
Yeah.
Way better than Adam Cole and MJF last year.
I agree
I'm
with
going to
that.
tell you something. This is a much, much better program.
One of the highlights, Danielson came out to address the crowd. Talks about promising his family that he would be wrapping up his career as a full-time guy. Swerve comes out, says that he continuously done what Bryan has been unable to do. When he's done with Danielson, he might not be able to walk, and promises that he definitely will walk out as champion.
All right.
Danielson puts his career on the line.
Yes, he did.
Saying if he can't win, he would retire. A pissed off Danielson is confronted by Jeff Jarrett, and we're going to get Jeff Jarrett versus Bryan Danielson next
and
week.
great.
I can't wait for that. I'm so excited. And you can tell Jeff Jarrett's putting a lot of effort into himself, where like he looks great.
He looks good, dude.
I don't think
he redeemed himself. He redeemed all of TNA.
I don't think this is his last run, by the way.
The last outlaw.
The last outlaw. I think after this, he goes back to TNA.
No.
And he wins
No, he'll never go there.
He wins the NXT championship.
No, he never goes there. He never. NXT, I would love to see him win the NXT title.
Imagine.
He needs one more title, Jeff Jarrett.
I think so. It doesn't matter which one.
I don't care what.
Yeah.
He needs another title.
Roderick Strong and Beast Mordos and Roosh defended the collaboration. That was fun. Mariah May spoke with Renee Paquette. Great interview.
Yeah.
But then Tony Storm coming out like a lunatic, I think, is a nice little exclamation point.
Yeah.
Camille defeated Brittany Jade. She announces Camille is the first employee of Money Corporation.
Okay.
Here come the money.
Here come the Monet.
And Darby defeated Hangman in a very. I like the ending. A lot of people took a dump on that ending, but you know he's playing possum, dude.
Dude, it's wrestling.
Yeah, it's wrestling,
and that's the cool thing. You sometimes don't expect that to happen. And a schoolboy is the most dangerous move in professional wrestling.
And Hangman losing just adds to the guy's rage because every week he comes out so damn angry.
He's getting more and more abusive dad looking.
Oh yeah,
you know
it's the 5 o'clock shadow with the mustache.
I had a friend Joe. He had a dad that looked like that.
Uh-oh.
And like after like 6 o'clock, he would turn into a monster. You could see his face, the rage just built, and he would just beat up the whole family.
17 Coors Lights in.
Yep.
I feel like there's a parallel. Sorry, but I feel like there's parallel between Adam Page and Drew McIntyre's characters. Like they're very similar in the way they're acting.
Maybe a little. Yeah, maybe
a little bit. I disagree with that. I think Drew McIntyre is more spurned, and Hangman just is more jilted.
Yeah.
Even though those two words mean almost the same thing. All right.
Yeah.
Let's do questions. Guys, once again, hit us up.
Let's do it. Q&A time, boys and girls. Let's answer some questions.
This is from Bonkers LFC. Yeah. Does Ricochet show up at SummerSlam because we ain't heard a thing about him? Or is he AEW bound? I
would love him in AEW. I think he had it was what it was in WWE, but I think this is a nice fresh start for him to be able to do something creative. AEW does need a shot in the arm.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Ricochet's going to turn things over. I'm not saying Shane is, but it's another piece. And it's a good piece. I think Ricochet is a tremendous talent.
Put him with the Monet. Put him with Mercedes. Or Don Callis.
Put him with Don Callis and have him feud with Ospreay. That's great. Yeah. Something different.
Paul Anthony Moss. What AEW TV role would you initially give Shane? Authority figure like Bischoff was, or align him with a faction like Monet Corporation / The Elite?
I think have him. Do you bring him in as a heel? If he's a heel, you put him with the Bucks.
I think you bring him in as just an asshole, where he meets the Bucks and goes, "The Elite, yeah, that's cute," and then walks away from it.
Imagine he's with the Elite, and he comes out with Okada. Okay, him and Okada versus so and so. Okay,
I'd love it.
And the money that's coming down when the Rainmaker stuff happens, it's Shane's face and his.
I would flip. I would do a backflip.
Okay,
I would do a backflip.
Another great. I'm mesmerizing you, AEW marketing.
Give us Okada versus Shane, please.
Yes.
And an Okada Shane.
No.
Team.
You know what I want to see? I'm going to tell you what the matches are going to be.
Go.
Darby and him, for sure.
Awesome.
Okay. Him and Jericho.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Him and Minoru Suzuki.
Oh, I love
is
that.
the match I want to see.
I want Shibata.
No, he'll hurt Shibata.
You think so?
No. None of those Jim Jam punches. Jib jab. That? No. I want him to wrestle Minoru Suzuki on Dynamite.
I would love that.
Shane McMahon versus Minoru Suzuki is not a match anybody ever envisioned in any fantasy role-playing game, wrestling booking simulator.
Shane's a big boy, too.
Shane is a big boy.
Yeah. Shane versus Moxley?
Oh, my God.
Shane versus Claudio? Shane versus the entire... I'm happy with the entire roster. This versus Shane McMahon. Kenny Omega, for some reason, he's all better. He shows up, and he's like... F you. You get a 6-star Kenny Omega versus Shane match.
Yeah. They definitely have to do that. They're gonna do that split screen if he's there. The Nitro one.
Yeah.
They'll definitely tease that.
Will they call him Shane McMahon or will they just call him Shane?
Shane McMahon.
Yeah. Interesting. I feel like that's, you put that on the screen. That's very interesting.
Yeah. By the way, we're the only ones that are excited for this. Everybody hates Shane, apparently.
I know. Everybody, it's weird. No. Like we're in that vortex of like everybody hates AEW and everybody hates Shane.
So wild.
Does MG? It's weird how the fans have turned on AEW. A lot of fans have.
It did. This is how the new world is.
Yeah.
No loyalty.
No. Yeah.
It's not about if you enjoy something. It's about the people around you telling you to like something.
Yes.
Nobody likes any. People are so quick.
I don't want to look like a chode if I like this.
Yeah. So who the fuck cares?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a stupid TV show.
Mm-hmm.
That's at the end of the day, your entire life is revolving around arguing over a TV show.
Right. Fiction.
I don't fucking have time for that, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Cadillac Carson, does MG know the private party dance?
Yeah, do you?
It's a big no. No.
That's a big no.
Like the quiver, the bar is great.
Yo, you sent them right back into puberty, Cadillac Carson.
Armand, do we get Seth versus Drew versus Punk at Bad Blood in October? Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah, that is the October show, right? Yeah, you know what? What a great name for that.
Mm-hmm. Bad Blood. And, Bloodline stuff, so there you go.
A lot of bad blood.
Yeah.
Tainted blood. My blood. Tainted.
This is from Alex. Not our Alex, but another Alex who's Greek. Greetings from Athens, Greece, guys. Tikanis. Can't wait for my second All-In later this month. Do you think they will run Wembley again? Maybe next year All-In is in the United States.
Talk about Greek. How good were my chicken souvlakis?
They're good, man. They're really good.
I marinated the shit out of them.
They were really good.
The pork souvlaki you brought from a store was fantastic.
Very tender. But your chicken's very tender.
I didn't love it, though. I have to tell you, I did not love it. I'm going to do it differently.
They were good.
But the dolma that you brought in the cans, fucking fantastic.
Which one, though?
The second one.
Okay.
That was fire.
I'm always... So...
you don't know the name.
I can never remember the name. So I always end up getting 3 different ones.
Yeah. By the way, I'm sure Alex is feeling the pilgrimage of all the Americans going to Greece because I don't know if people know this. There's 2 times a year they take off to Greece. One is right after school ends.
Yeah.
Where the wives go with the kids, and then the husbands come in August.
Yeah.
To get them back.
Husbands need a month off to smoke cigarettes
and
drink espressos.
Yeah. With the gumads.
Mm-hmm. Gumad. Let's see what
so what was the question? Sorry. Can't wait for the second All-In later this month. Do you think they will run Wembley again? I don't think they should. I don't know if they will. I don't think they should. At least not now. I think they should come back again, but you think they should run Wembley?
Yeah.
The following year?
Yeah, why not? Depends on how good this one goes. I would say do maybe Toronto next year.
They got to do someplace else next year.
Yeah. Toronto would be cool.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Hang on 1 second. I had a good one here. Cadillac Carson has never seen Borat.
That's nice.
It's from Armand. Does Jimmy come back?
Yeah, I would imagine he has to.
Oh, we got a good chunk of questions before we get out of here. Okay, you ready? Some Colonel Stutters. Are there any other wrestlers you want to see get Joe Hendry's special contract treatment in light of the new deal he has struck with TNA and WWE?
Yeah, on the TNA side, there's so many.
Josh.
Moose.
Josh Alexander for sure.
Josh Alexander is the dude. Josh Alexander, our friend of the show.
Friend of the show,
Jordan
Moose.
Grace.
Jordan Grace.
Yeah. I think she will get that deal.
Yeah, she's very impressive.
Yeah. She put a lot of work in.
Yeah. But this does a lot for the Rumble now. Because now you're going to see a lot of TNA guys. Like Josh Alexander could show up in the Rumble.
Josh Alexander could show up in the Rumble.
And him and Gable have a face-to-face? Holy moly, perfect.
I think Hendry shows up in the Rumble, but you know who else I think shows up in the Rumble?
Who?
These guys. And TNA champ Dolph Ziggler. Nick Nemeth.
Yeah.
They're going to have to call him like Nick Dolph Ziggler Nemeth.
Yeah.
This is from C Cool. With AEW out of the negotiating window, does AEW split the baby? Meaning give Dynamite and WBD while Collision ROH goes to Amazon or another streamer with the PPVs?
I would say no, because they're still very early on. And they still need to build the confidence of their product to get that mega deal on a streaming platform. Linear is very different. Streaming is very different.
Yeah.
They could go to streaming, get a ton of money, but now be in the abyss.
Right.
When you have linear, it's very different because you do have, you know that there's a core following that will always by default watch. It's very different for streaming. And I think we're 5 to 10 years away from streaming having the same. I mean, they have the pocketbooks for sure.
Right.
But, it depends on what happens with the NFL and, the next contract go around with these companies.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be very telling. I don't think they should do that. I do think they should stick on Warner. They get a lot of assistance from WBD. There is a tremendous amount of synergy there. I don't think they would get the same if they're on an Amazon.
I agree with you.
Yeah. I don't think they would. I think this is a we both need each other type situation, while Amazon doesn't give a shit because they could hemorrhage and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos got all the bread.
Yeah. I hope that helps.
This is from Armand. And besides Roman, who else shows up at SummerSlam? Does Jimmy Uso show up?
Yeah, I think what they could do that. If Roman runs in for a save somehow or to confront, both Usos show up also, and then you go from there. And then at the end, Dwayne is going to be the one that has to split them up.
Whoa.
This is the poster for like Royal Rumble. It's like one bloodline, two bloodline.
Dwayne in the middle.
And then Dwayne.
Oh, dressed like the Tooth Fairy?
Like the Tooth Fairy, yeah.
Michael Latina says, anything on Jamie Hayter? I think there's any chance Jamie pairs with Britt against Mercedes and Camille.
You could definitely do that.
You can definitely do that. I do think Jamie Hayter's coming back at Wembley.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Cadillac Carson, do you want to see the Mean Street Posse show up with Shane?
God, I hope so. Oh. That's another one. Just to make people go nuts.
Do you think that smart AEW crowd would know who Pete Gas and the other guys
Yeah, they would all know.
Yeah?
Yeah. The vest, remember?
Funny, yeah.
They would wear the vest.
Oh, so good. Pete Gas is all elite.
There you go. Perfect.
Brian Knight, do you think Dynamite will go to 3 hours weekly in their next TV deal?
I would hope not, but that is always a possibility. Tony is open to a lot more things than he was when they first pitched that concept to him. That's how we ended up with Rampage.
Yeah.
They wanted another hour because watch hours were a big deal when that contract was happening.
Yeah.
And I think that would have really dynamically shifted that show if they had done that. I think Tony did the right decision. But the other interesting part of this is that Tony has been open now to having AEW's Ring of Honor.
Right.
Rather than Ring of Honor. And I know that this was pitched very early on, and Tony really wanted to keep the integrity of Ring of Honor as Ring of Honor.
Right.
Listen, what value does Ring of Honor have to television? I know there's that CW opportunity, but I don't know what kind of financial compensation that would have been. I don't know what that would have looked like, but I think that's a really smart idea. If you want Ring of Honor presented on Max, right? Just have it as an exclusive AEW show.
Yeah.
On Max. AEW Ring of Honor. WWE's NXT.
Exactly. That's perfect.
Doesn't hurt anything.
That's the way to do it.
And it's a great way to have a secondary product displaying the young, up-and-coming people. Lee Moriarty, right? Those guys. Action Andretti, those guys. They're not getting a lot of time.
Last week's event was fantastic. I really enjoyed the shit out of that show.
Yeah, it was a good show. Really good show.
This is from Hearst Hill. Hi, guys. $1.99. Thank you. This is from Viking Blader. We got 3 more and then we're done. If All In is taken to America, do you think we still get a smaller UK show?
Yeah, I definitely think they're going to be visiting the UK for shows, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't see that stopping. The fan base is tremendous there.
Yeah, UK's always been a hotbed for
you bring an American product to Europe, it will do well because they don't have it there.
and it's easy to get to.
And it's easy
throughout Europe. You get to go anywhere. Let's see.
Traveling in Europe it's like the States.
Yeah.
You know? You'd be in Paris in 45 minutes.
I said it's a different culture, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I wish I could take a 30-minute plane ride and you end up somewhere where everybody speaks a different language.
Have you not traveled this country?
That is true. I would like to go from England to Paris.
England to Paris. Yeah.
You know, like Germany.
Yeah.
All those places. This is from Brian Knight. It seems to be a safe bet that Roman Reigns will return at SummerSlam. Is there any chance The Rock shows up?
I haven't heard anything about Dwayne.
Not just yet, right?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's possible. You could do something big. It's working for them.
He could come out and do that promo of like, how could you have the biggest party of the summer and not invite The Rock?
Okay, cool.
There you go.
Great.
This is the last question.
Okay.
What is your favorite style of beer?
Depends on the time of year. I love an IPA.
Yeah.
I love a summer ale. Like those Montauk summer ales are my jam in the summer.
Not my favorite.
Not your favorite?
Yeah.
I like those.
I'm into the shandies right now.
The what?
He likes the shandy.
The shandies?
Shandy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm not. I don't like a dark ale.
Yeah.
I like a Guinness. That's like I put that in one qualification. I don't know. I'm just doing the light summer ones right now. I don't drink beer anymore.
I know.
I can't because of the calories.
I've slowed down my beer drinking as well because of just, you know,
the
calories and like the bloating.
Yeah. I can't drink. Dude, we used to sit there and just pound like 7-8 IPAs.
Saturday was an exception. I worked out mad hard in the morning and I was like, my intention for today is to drink beers and rock and roll.
Great. And that's what you did.
And I didn't drive.
I can't believe he was pushing that Hennessy on us at the end of the night. And I'm so glad I said no.
I fell for it.
I was like, nah, I'm not doing it.
I fell for it. I fell for the Hennessy, and then I fell for Jonathan's little
Tootski?
Little doodad.
Yeah.
And then let me tell you what I did when I got home. I got home, I had a beautiful chicken sandwich from Ariali ready to go.
Oh, nice.
Right? I put it in the oven.
Is that where I catered from?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Their sandwiches.
It was unbelievable.
Fantastic. I got a crispy chicken cutlet with mushroom gravy sandwich.
Oh my God.
Right? I put it in the oven, I get home, take my clothes off. I sat down on the couch. Fell asleep.
Did you ever eat it?
Fell asleep. No. I fell asleep. I woke up at 11.
And then ate it.
And no. I woke up at 11. My wife's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't tell you I'm home. I've been home for 3 hours." But yeah, it was nice. It was nice.
Great.
So, I like IPAs. I like a crisp IPA.
I like a crisp.
I'm done with Pilsners. I like a nice American Pale Ale.
Yeah.
When do you think Becky Lynch signs with WWE? Or that should she be called in AEW? When do you think Becky Lynch signs with AEW or WWE?
When do you think? I think she's taking time off. She's worked hard and she has a kid. I don't see her going to AEW. I mean, that's always a possibility, but I don't see it.
Nah.
She's very much.
She's a star. She's treated like a star. Yeah. This is okay. Can we do one more or no?
Yeah.
Mahoney 413. Silly Friday question. Seinfeld versus Sopranos.
Okay.
What's the card? I got Jerry versus Christopher.
Okay.
George versus Furio.
Okay.
Elaine versus Carmella. And Kramer versus Paulie. Cheers.
That's
fellas.
a great card, dude.
That's a great card. I would do Jerry versus Silvio.
George, the Italians.
What's this guy's problem?
What? The Italians, Jerry, the Italians are here. The Italians, Furio. Oh!
And Silvio's whole thing is like, I thought this guy was funny. He didn't make me laugh. He didn't make me laugh.
Who's George wrestling?
Furio.
Christopher. Oh, Furio. Yeah. Jerry, the Italians. Kramer did something. The Italians are here.
George versus Uncle June.
No, Frank Costanza versus Uncle June.
Frank Costanza. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. Frank Costanza versus Uncle June.
What is that? A prophylactic?
What do you want, a boutonniere?
But
they end up being friends at the end.
Oh man. Yeah, because they're both out of their minds. They don't even want to wrestle.
Let me tell you about these kids. Elaine versus Carmella.
Let me tell you, Liv, I'm Ajita all the time. That's my favorite. I'm Ajita all the time.
And then he'll see Frank's wife and be like, "Oh, the mess you got to deal with." I feel bad for you.
June, stop. You're upsetting me. I don't want to say it. I watch it all the time.
Elaine versus Carmella. I'd go Elaine versus Adriana.
Oh, Adriana.
Elaine versus Adriana.
I love her, by the way.
Elaine versus Adriana because Elaine falls for Christopher.
Elaine falls for Christopher, and Christopher's flirting, and she's like smitten by him because he's dangerous.
He's dangerous.
Remember when she was dating the person that was like, she didn't know if he was black or not?
Yes.
That's how she treats this.
Yes. Yeah. Are you in the thing? Are you out of the thing?
Are you in the thing?
But he tells her like he's a writer and everything.
Yeah.
And
and he's sensitive, and here comes crazy Adriana Lacerva.
I love Adriana.
Oh, dude, totally. But that's the New York. That's what we're attracted to.
Yeah. A friend of ours, I invited her to the party last week, and she goes, "Oh, it's Italian theme. Should I show up dressed like Adriana?" And I was like, "Absolutely."
Yep.
All right, Kramer versus Paulie. Great.
That's perfect.
Awesome.
All right, guys, that's it for this week. I'm out of here. Rich is out of here. I'll be back on Sunday with Wrestling Observer Live, talking about SummerSlam. We'll be back on Tuesday, Beyond the Bell, and back to Matman next Friday.
And more mesmerism.
You're under my mind control.